So Biggie's mother is upset with Puffy talking about it. She saw him, she go upside his head. Viola Wallace, who was a retired school teacher, now lives in Pennsylvania, and she was talking about the Notorious B.I.G. and he was signed to Bad Boy Records, and he also had a side deal with Undies Records. But I want to go into details with this. Puffy bought the publishing of Biggie's before he passed, and in the movie, there's a scene when uh, Ready to Die, when it was coming out, um, there was a part where Puffy was getting $45 million from Arista and Biggie was getting five. That was a notable scene. Artists getting the less of the money. And there had to have been confirmation about how Biggie was being treated. He was like, I always said, like the Kunta Kinte bad boy because he married Faith. He boasted all the careers. He was used on everybody's records. Now, Craig Mack and Biggie were the first cornerstones of Bad Boy, but Biggie was the one that endured. He caught on in a bigger way. All due respect and rest in peace to Craig Mack, but Biggie caught on helping out Biggie, helping out Puffy, helping out 112, helping out Maze. All his recordings, his voice was used. He was sold. And to this day, to last year, Hypnotize was used as commercial endorsements. So he's been used, but the money doesn't match. And so when you add streams, once we get past the cassette singles, CDs, all that, vinyl, and we get to streams and everything, there's a lot of money been coming out. So not understanding the business acumen, you know, is something that I'm sure Mrs. Wallace is probably like rolling her eyes because there has been more accumulated wealth through stream services, stuff that you don't see. But you can't necessarily be mad at Puffy from the standpoint that you had to understand the business or Clive David, because there's always the brass. And they were notorious at Arista for underpaying people. TLC, remember? LaFace, all that. Acts don't get that much money. And it takes a long time for you to recoup. And by the time they give you something, you're usually older. But the reality is that people didn't see the stream game. They didn't see how the impact and when stuff's to reverberate back to you. So this is a whole nother level. But I understand her disdain. But it's also she's coming out to him because of Puffy's behavior. But she's been really quiet over the years until this came out. But you do know that there's a lot going on with the whole situation. So it's more than meets the eye with that. And there's been a lot of money being made. Puffy made a chunk off of Biggie. They all do. Clive made a chunk off of Biggie. They all do. It's like Ice Cube said, you don't want to be buried in the scope records or these records without them giving. So, by the way, please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another share if you like them out. Peace.